welcome back to the channel. And today I'm going to do a Book of Shadows flip through. So this is my Book of Shadows. It's quite large. So this is made out of a super large art notebook. I think it's 300 pages. I found it on Amazon years ago, but it's worked out really well. So it has, I want to say it has 300 pages, so it's quite thick. I don't know if you can see that, but it's quite large. So I made the cover. I went and got some fabric from Joann's years ago, and I made this cover. It's like a slip cover that goes over the front and back of the book, and then you just slide it in. And then I did the decorations with my Cricut with iron-on vinyl. So it says Book of Shadows here. I got a little decoration here and down here. And then I have a pinnacle here and my spirals here. So I just kind of wandered around Joann's until I found something that called to me. I had two different fabrics that I had purchased for this. One was this one, which was this purple, pink, kind of orangey red, kind of tie-dye-ish. And then I have a purple one that was different colors of purple, kind of the same tie-dye effect. But I go ahead and went with this one. I think it's really pretty. It has had a lot of wear. It's probably been 4 years since I made this book. So it's got a lot in it. Not as much as I plan on putting in it. I'm slowly adding stuff. But I am a lot further than when I shared it the first time. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up here. And I don't know if you'll be able to see all of it because it's huge and I only have a tiny little filming space here. So this is my cover page. It just has my little book blessing. And then down here I have my little kind of information about myself that I've added. So this is my chosen witch name. This is all of my personal information, my, like my birth date and when I was born and stuff like that. And this is my sun, moon, and rising information. So I just wanted to put that in the front here. This is just covering up some information that I want to add to the cover up here that I have not done yet. So it's going to be my birth name, my married name, and then I have had a name change since then. So I wanted to add the dates of those up here just to, add to the rest of the information that's in here. And then turning the page, it gets into my ancestry. I do have a British-Irish ancestry, so that's where all of the, spirals and shamrocks and stuff are. So it's a Celtic-based ancestry. I'm not going to share that because that's, personal to me. This gets into my sun, moon, and rising. So what I did a reading, or I had a reading done, my sun, moon, and rising reading done a long time ago, and this is just the printout of it. I don't even remember where I had it done. It's been a long time. So this is kind of just the printout that I got describing what my sun means, my moon means, and everything. So what I did is the natal charts here. It just has a little information up here. I just created a little decoration here, and I just cut and pasted the information into the book. So this is the sun information on both of these pages, and then we get into the moon on both of those pages. Nope. Sorry, they're stuck together. I was like, what's going on here? And this is my rising, or they called it ascendant information. And I recently just added these, so that's why they were glued together. I didn't think to go through it first. And I just put that in there. I kept the I kept a couple empty pages here in case I needed to add something else. I don't know what that would be, but I kept, a couple anyway. I can always use it for something else later. So this gets into the elements. These I printed off when I first started my practice. So this is like the standard information of, the elements that you could find way back in the day. So I just cut these and pasted these in, and then I wrote, what element it is, all of the information for it is below. And then spirits here, and then in here I left several pages to be able to do to record my elemental spells. So I have oils here that are for each one of the elements. If I have any more spell work that pertains to strictly an element, then I can add it into this section here. And then it goes into magical colors. And I don't think I mentioned, I cut and printed all of these like little cover pages on my Cricut. You could do it however you wanted. I'm not much of, I'm getting better, but I'm not really a drawer, so I use my Cricut for things like this. And I thought that this was really cool because I took candles and just did them in the different colors that you would basically find in candle magic. So this just goes through my associations with color. I did these like little paint splotches to associate the color with the information. This is just my little copy of my my magical colors that I have created on the computer. I have a couple more, or a little stack of pages here. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I might just turn that into a different section later. This is for spells that do with the oil burner. I have a couple different oil burners, and I thought that I might try coming up with some spell work to do in those oil burners, but I have not done that yet. Oh, I did have one here, I guess. So I do have one. This is Happy Family Home, and it lists the ingredients to add to the oil burner, and then you turn the oil burner on, and as it burns, it sends out your intention. So this is guides. These are mostly animal guides. These are from my old Book of Shadows, which was a binder version. So I just pulled these out because I did make these, and they're decorated. They got pictures on the back, although I didn't think when I actually added that was going to be upside down, but oh well. I have my sections lined out for my animals, but I don't have anything put down for them. So I have owls, and I have 2 pages for each animal. I have dragons. I have ravens. I need one more raven here, which I haven't done yet. And these are done on the Cricut as well. I have bats. And then that's it. I need to add pigs. At least pigs. That's one of my new ones that I haven't added. And then I have lots of room for more if I need or come up with any. Sorry, I skipped one too many. So this is moon phases, so it just goes over the information for the moon phases. I'm not really into the moon phases anymore, but the information's here about the basic moon phases at least. And then there's spells, or there's a page here for any type of moon spells that I may want to add. This is Sachet Magic, and I don't have a cover for that. I wonder why. It must be a new one that wasn't in my binder, so I'll have to come up with something for that. But this is just Sachet Magic, anything that you're going to make in the bag, basically, a sachet bag. So I do have a couple here. I have my basic instructions on how to make a sachet bag. So I have one for a protection sachet and love sachet. That word is really hard for me to say today for some reason. But I have some blank pages here for extras. This is my section for miscellaneous magic. It's anything that doesn't fall in any of the other categories that I have in my book. So, shower cleansing, charms, talismans, and amulets. So I go into a little bit about what those are. I do have a video on this if you guys want it. It will be on my channel. Lemon uncrossing. And this is one of those pages out of my binder. So I thought I had pulled all these out. I guess I didn't. So this is a simple house cleansing spray, happy all-purpose house spray. This is a altar broom craft that I had made. I printed this on the Cricut. It just explains how to make an altar broom. I do have a video on this as well. If you are interested, it's on my channel. This is one that I came across somewhere and I just glued it in because I was too lazy to write it out. It's just a simple egg cleansing. And then that's all I have in this section so far. But I do have lots of room to add more. So this gets into herbal magic. This section is just for magic that deals strictly with herbs. So sachet powders, things like that. So once again, there's another one of these, and it has just a coloring page on the other side that I have not colored yet. I need to get to that. So this just has a little note for me that I am allergic to sulfur. So I can't use that in my magical workings. So a way for me to get around that is to use matchsticks instead. So this is just a little note reminding me of that. If I come across something that I'm wanting to do, but it calls for sulfur and I can't use it. So matchsticks are a way for me to be able to continue to do that, but not have to actually touch it. So I have my black salt recipe, my dragon fire powder, money protection salt, money powder, my green money rice, my easy street powder, my speed it up, hands of a rich man powder, banishing powder, return to sender, road opener, firewall protection powder. Obviously these are all going to be powders because it's in the herbal section. Hexbreaker, quick money, friendship, purification, crossing the veil, Aphrodite, luck, success, stalker powder, hotfoot powder, happiness, domination, legal assistance. And none of these are in order. These are placed in the book as I, create them. Love powder, hot sex powder, purification, carpet and floor powder. This works really good. I really do like this. And it's, if you add essential oils to it, it makes your house smell really, really nice. Cleansing bath salts, magical body powder, blockbuster powder, cleansing floor wash, cut and clear powder, seduction powder, hot love powder, abundance powder, and that's as far as I've gotten. I have a whole stack of pages that I've just wrote up, and then I add them to my book. And also, since I'm an author and I create videos, so I have more spells than normal people. But they all go in here because they're spells that I've created. Even if I haven't actually performed them for myself, I have created them, so they go in here anyway. So this is jar magic. Anything that has to do with jars. I have my basic how to make one information here. And then we get into the jars: protection jar, prosperity jar, happy jar, peace and harmony, business success, love, self-love, sweetening jar, sour jar, friendship jar, and then that's as far as I've gotten. But I have lots of room to make more. I don't make jars as often as I used to. So, you know, your practice evolves. It kind of goes in and goes out of what you do and what you don't. So this is magical oils. Gives my little basic description on how to make a magical oil, and then it gets into my oils. This section is going to be huge because I just released a magical oils book very recently that has it has 100 magical oils for you guys to make. So if you guys are interested, the link to that is in the description box below. That was a real labor of love. So coming up with 100 different magical oils for you guys, and having them be unique to me was a lot of work. So, but I hope that you guys enjoy it, and if you are interested, definitely check out the link in the description box. So I have amethyst oil, rose quartz oil, clear quartz oil. I think I need to do that in a different color because you can't really distinguish the two. Money oil, prosperity oil, business success oil, protection oil. I started doing these lines, and I know it looks really sloppy, but I really don't care. It distinguishes which one's what. When I first started my book, I used to do it, I don't know if I have one that actually shows it, do it back and forth so it kind of looked cool. But as I get on into it further, it just looks messy and I can't distinguish what goes to what. So I started just drawing these lines. And that's, you know, another thing. It's your book of shadows. You do what you need to do. It doesn't matter if it looks pretty. Crown of Success oil, manifestation oil, employment oil, divination oil, war oil, good health oil, lunar oil, uncrossing, road opener, passion. I have two different versions of love oil, and they're not the same. So love oil 1, love oil 2, self-love oil, altar oil, dragon fire oil, creativity, success, desire me, meditation, new money, or new moon, I mean, banishing, good luck, commanding, citrine oil, do as I say, home protection, balance, blockbuster. And you could tell as this section's going on, because I have 100 oils that I have to add to this, I was getting tired of writing. So it's getting messier as we go on, which is fine. Blockbuster, protection, come to me oil, protection ward, which is different than the regular protection, personal power, Jezebel oil, healing, spiritual uplift, peace and harmony, domination, hot love, full moon, study and concentration, and cut and clear, as far as I've got. And that's why this little bookmark's here, because I need to continue to add the rest of those 100 oils, and I ran out of steam. So this is my candle section. I hope that I have enough space left in here to get all my oils. So hopefully there'll be enough space. My candle section here, I thought this was really cute. Once again, done on the Cricut. This little flap is from my binder. It just has a coloring page there. My basic instructions on how to do candle magic. Road opener, job candle, job attraction, money, business success, business protection, protection candle, home protection, Fehu 7-day candle, And that goes on to the next page. Love, Passion, and Lust. I do have a video on this one if you guys are interested. It's on the channel. Back to School candle. My daughter, she's one of those ones that gets really the jitters when it's the beginning of school. So we did a little spell work for that to make it go smoothly and not have any shit happen. So kids are not nice these days. Love and Communication candle, self-love, success, domination, get the job. I have a couple different job workings. This is Runic Fast Cash. It's like another Fehu candle working, but it's different than the previous one because that one's a 7-day and this is just a fast one you do with a small candle. Business sales, school success, uncrossing, birthday wish. So this is one that you would do on your birthday to send out an intention for your birthday. Really quick, fun little working. Another job candle, and I have notes for all of these that I really should get done. And then more empty pages. This is petition spells. I think petitions are one of the most underrated form of magic and the most fast acting and efficient way of doing magic. So I have a section here and it's empty because I always forget to write down what my petitions are for, and I really need to be more vigilant about that. So I have a whole section for that. And then into poppet spells. I thought this was so cute. I found these little poppet images. I don't even remember where, but they're so cute. And then, oops. So I have my poppet information. I have different styles of poppets here that you can work with. They're just little drawings. And this I got out of a book. These are all out of a book that I will be doing a review on. That was a very good book. So I will be going over that soon. So protection poppet, good luck cat poppet, healing animal, domination and binding, regular binding, and that's as far as I've gotten with my poppets. I really need to get the rest of them in here. What I do is I write it out on a piece of paper, the spell that I'm doing, and then I will add it to my Book of Shadows later. So this is Sigil Magic. I don't have anything in here yet either. And then the last two are just blank. So oops, they're just empty sections for as my practice grows, I can add other things in there. So that was a lot. I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, hopefully that didn't shake you too much. Big book. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Bye.